Today we will be testing the Vervoort Smoothed Percent B indicator. But before we do, if you have not watched the first video on the channel and all the videos after that, you need to go do that now. Here at the Academy of Forex, we are building the best trading system possible as a team. There is also a link down below to sign up for Tradingview. You can save a little bit of money if you use the link below to sign up for your account. You can also find a link below to join us on Discord. Lastly, if you would like a list of all the indicators we have tested along with their win rates, but you aren't interested in watching all the videos on the channel, you can sign up for our $9 Patreon, and you will receive the complete list of indicators. We also would like to introduce our Patreon exclusive Discord channel. As a $9 Patreon, you will be invited to join an exclusive Discord channel where we will give you a list of winning indicators and links for the MT platform, give you winning strategies, post trade ideas, give advanced advice, and much more. So click the link below to join our Patreon. Alright, as I said, today we will be testing the Vervoort Smoothed Percent B indicator. Before we do though, I wanted to put the testing scoreboard up for everyone to see. So to date, we have tested a total of 51 different strategies, with 13 of them being profitable. We've also tested a total of 636 indicators, with 257 of them being winners. The best ones so far were able to achieve a 100% win rate. Now you need to go back and watch those videos to understand the context of how they were able to achieve that. So go back and watch those videos and see what you can get out of those winning indicators. And keep in mind that we test most of these indicators and strategies on the Forex market, but they can be applied to just about any market universally. Alright, so today's indicator is the Vervoort Smoothed Percent B indicator. I might be saying that first name incorrectly, and if I am, I apologize for that. Did the best I could. Nonetheless, you can see it here on the bottom of the screen. Basically, it's the Smoothed Percent B indicator. We tested the Percent B indicator already once before here on the channel, and so this one is a modified version of that, basically. And so you have a band or a channel running, kind of side here with a upper band and a lower band. And so kind of similar to what you would think of like the RSI. We kind of have this middle zone here. You have a line running pretty much down the middle, and like I said, an upper line, a lower line, an oscillating line that is interacting with the rest of the indicator here. And so what we are going to do is look at this very similar to, again, the RSI. And so we will look at anything above the top band here, this top red line, as being in a overbought type territory, and anything below the lower band, the green line right here, we will be looking at price being in an oversold type territory. And then what we're going to do is look for the reversal of the oscillating line and look for it to drop back down into the center or the kind of middle zone here of the indicator. And so again, very similar to how we've tested the RSI and a few other indicators as well. So relatively simple setup. We've done this before. So let's go ahead and get on with the testing and see what we can get out of this. All right, so the first signal that we pick up is a short signal right here. We get a spike, a little spike outside of this upper band right here with our oscillating line. We then get that cross back down into the middle section, the kind of middle zone right here. Unfortunately, we do get a little bit of a push to the upside before it finally rolls over and is able to push its way down. And that was just enough to get up there and stop us out. And yeah, let's go ahead and continue on. All right, so the next signal that we pick up is another short signal. Again, we get that small little spike to the outside above this upper band there for just a moment. And then we get that cross back down below into the middle section there. We get a nice push to the downside with price action right after we get that signal, which does come down and get us to our take profit. So what I'm going to do here is go ahead and fast forward through the testing. That way things don't get too long, and we'll pick this up when we are at the end of the year. Alright, so that's going to put us at the end right there. Before we take a look at what this was able to achieve, now would be a good time to say that if you are interested in excelling your trading knowledge, I highly recommend that you join our Patreon only channel on our Discord server. You can find a link to our Patreon down below, as well as a link to our Discord. Once you sign up as a patron, it'll give you access to the Patreon only channel, where we post some really great advanced information about trading strategies, trading indicators, and trading philosophy in general. And as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, you'll get access to the full list of indicators that we have tested. That comes in an Excel version and a PDF version, and you will get that full list of indicators showing exactly which indicators were winners, which ones were losers, as well as their win rates. And you'll get access to an Excel sheet of all the strategies that we have tested that shows exactly which strategies were winners, which ones were losers, as well as their win rates, and links to go back and review those individual strategies. And so there is a lot of benefits to becoming a patron of the channel, and it doesn't cost hardly anything at all. I highly recommend it. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our indicator here. Get everything in focus. Let's see, there and there. All right, let's go ahead and count it out and see what we have. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we have 8 trades all together, and we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 winners. And so that's not going to meet the 60% criteria that we were looking for. It seemed like this indicator was one, I feel like it would be better used if you used it in a divergence type scenario, which is kind of how the creator displayed on the indicator page that you could use it, is again using it in a kind of divergence type setup. And I also feel like this indicator was leading price action quite a bit. It seemed like there were often moments where it would register that something like a bottom was taking place, when in reality it took a little while still before that bottom was actually established and price action took off in that direction, which is again why I think divergence probably would have worked better. I mean, just looking at a few of these areas down here, this area right here, it caught this bottom with divergence. We had this area right here, it caught this top with divergence. We have this area here caught this top with divergence. And so looks like even right here, even though it didn't kind of spike all the way down below, it caught this kind of reversal point right here, even though it was relatively small. Caught that one with divergence as well. And so there are quite a few points on here when looking at price action and the divergence on this one that it would have done much better using divergence in that case than the way that we tested it with kind of the overbought, oversold, just strictly that. And I think for that reason, again, it seemed like it was leading price action quite a bit, because we get these spikes, these larger spikes, and it actually took a few more kind of higher highs or lower lows before it actually kind of played out in the direction that it was, the indicator was kind of saying that it was going to go in. So just my thought and what I spotted as I was going along. So interesting indicator. I think if used properly, this could probably do really well. Maybe as a confirmation or even as a leading indicator to start looking for a reversal point when it's getting into these extreme areas, I think would work rather well also. And so, but for now, this one is going to go on the no list, and we will move on to the next indicator from here.